So we talk a lot about AI today and how to get this right and the challenges of it. Give us one key takeaway for you from today. This is Jamie Geyer, by the way. One key takeaway from today's huddle.
Oh, this is very basic, but it's just making time for your team to experiment with AI. We're busy, throughout the day just running programs and taking care of the business. But if we're going to get adept at using AI, we need to make time to actually experiment. So carve out half a day to go do that.
I love it. It's funny, we used to do that just to sort of get our act together, but now we're going to do it focus on AI. I love it. Thank you, Jamie.
Just take the time.
Okay, we have lots of other folks here. Come on, Michael, our host. All right. We've got Michael Atala from UiPath. Michael, give us a takeaway, maybe on how CMOs can sort of wrap their minds around AI and do it more effectively.
Well, I think one of the great conversations today was about how to think about the talent pool in our organizations and thinking about the balance between people who are breaking through with AI because they're technical or because they actually understand the technology more or because they have this sort of left brain, right brain balance, which is like how to think about how creative talent and technical talent and systems thinkers, as I think you put it, blend together to create that perfect employee in an AI era moment.
And so what are we looking for, though? So you're finding it's really just about the folks who are curious and jump in.
What is it, the French phrase, the je ne sais quoi? I'm finding in my team that the people that are breaking through don't have an inherent template or an inherent sort of like characteristic, but in fact, the ones that jump in and actually discover that moment where they flip a bit and they understand how they can transform the world they do with AI. That's the moment where I discover that I've got one of those people. There's more to do after that, but that's the starting point.
Okay, and the term was flip a bit.
Flip a bit.
Flip a bit. All right, well, speaking of flip a bit, let's go. So, Lynn, tell me, what was your takeaway from today?
We need to simplify everything we're doing in marketing. We
Right.
talked a lot about how we've spent many, many years adding all these tools and all these operational capabilities and not getting any return and taking away from our program spend direct to customers. So I think it's really like taking a step back and figuring out how to use AI to simplify what we're doing and invest more in our customers.
It's so funny because we need this tool to help us get rid of some tools.
Yes.
We need more tools so we can spend more money on programming.
Exactly.
Something's got
We're
to.
going to take some tools out of the
We're
mix
gonna have
so
to.
we can enable people to go do programs with people.
Because I think that, was it Michael Porter, the definition of strategy is knowing what to say no to. We've got to figure out what to say no to.
Knowing what not to do.
All right, I love it. Okay, next up. Hello, Kate.
Hi.
Hi. What was your takeaway from today?
My big takeaway is if you're a CMO, you're not alone. It was refreshing to hear some of the challenges, but also insights or ways that other CMOs are tackling some of the problems that we're in and just strip away the layers, be honest about that. And excited for the future.
We do say it's warmer in the huddle. That's the thing. It really is warmer in the huddle because we come together to solve some problems. Very cool. Thank you for that. Okay, Sanjay, what was your takeaway from today?
I think following up on Kate's point, AI seems to be messy for all of us. So I find myself in good company, which was a little bit comforting. But I think it was good to hear that discussion because it says that it's time for us to start thinking about governance, which I think very few of us, just where we are, haven't really thought about it deeply. And so that's my takeaway is thinking about governance.
A little bit of strategy could go a long way. Come on,
That's right.
Blaine, you're up next. All right, Blaine Prince. Blaine from Demand Science. What was your key takeaway from today?
I think the big takeaway was not only AI adoption, but the idea of the path forward for these marketers is less platforming, more activation in market, more brand and demand together. And I think we're all looking and hungry to get back to that world.
If you're a B2B CMO who can share, care, and dare with the best of them, do yourself a favor. Check out CMOHuddles.com. Not only do we do virtual huddles, but occasionally we get together in person, like today in Seattle. Technically Bellevue, thanks courtesy of our friends at UiPath. I'm Drew Neiser. That's your Tuesday takeaway. Peace out.